Like, you can be the dumbest person in the world. If you can hit every bullet, like, you can make the worst decisions and you'll get out of it. If you can up the mechanics, you can make dumber decisions. Or you can couple it with good decisions and you win, like, every game, too. What's your goal? Like, with this, I guess with the VOD review or just in general, like, where do you want to end up?
Just getting more wins in general. Like, my last season, I got 40 wins, like, which is a huge improvement from 3, which I only had like 7. Yeah, like, I'm not trying to be pro or anything. I know, like, I'm a decent player, but I definitely need, like, I don't have an outside perspective.
You said you haven't played anyone else except Path here and there, so you haven't even tried out the different legends? This is a general rule of thumb, especially because you play normals. You should really try to play every legend. Just so you understand how they work. It'll help a lot in your decision making. I think like having at least a basic understanding of every legend is a good idea. You don't have to like know everything about them, but just knowing like, you know, cooldowns, abilities. Is there anything else that you wonder about?
I don't know, like, I do feel myself slowly improving. I obviously know aim is a huge part of it. But like, am I making good calls? What could I have done better there rather than just pushing in through that way or the left side?
So we'll watch you call it as a team win, so I assume you're playing a full team?
He didn't have anyone to play with, and neither did I.
Okay. Are they
so we just started playing together. Yeah, there should be.
So this is ranked. You normally don't run ranked, huh?
Not really. I mean, they were playing here and there. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to land either.
I think it really depends. Usually you should be able to, especially in ranked, or even more especially in normal games, if you want to try hard to get wins, right? You can usually find a point of interest at the corner of the edge of the map, and you don't actually have to contest someone, right? But in normals and low tier ranked, and even in high tier ranked, people usually don't really have a set zone or anything, or set drop spot. So you end up basically getting a lot of loot for free. You can sort of walk around and loot up shit done.
So it's just going for like areas that are non-contested.
That's a good, that's so you can get like a predictable start, I'd say, you know.
Why did I pick the select fire up?
Yeah, well, I'll immediately point out you probably would want to get practice on like flavor of the month meta guns. A wingman is just very versatile, but like a havoc is definitely flavor of the month right now. You can abuse the shit out of it. It's super strong still, right? You seem to make a decision every time you want to pick something up, which obviously everyone does, but it takes you like a good second for every item. I know I personally want like a mastiff and a wingman, or an RN and a mastiff. It depends on what type of attachments I pick up or what guns I find, of course.
So just choose the guns you want and just go for it, and that's it.
More or less, yeah. It helps a lot having a main guns. It helps with your consistency as well. Trying to play the edge if that's like your game plan, but usually you would want to be a little bit more central.
Then yeah, again, that way you're not always running to the circle, right?
Yeah, exactly. You won't get caught out. Now this is bronze ranked, so different rules generally apply. I try not to talk too much about rotations when it comes to like bronze ranked or normals and stuff like that, because it doesn't really matter too much. There are different rules that apply. For example, right now it's zone 2. We just got out of zone 2 like a minute or so ago, and you guys have your free blue armors, which is fine, sort of. If it weren't for the fact that there are 5 squads alive.
So everyone's already got purple and
exactly, everyone's already picked up loot from everyone else, because every squad in the game, they drop at one place each to pick up all that loot, and then, you know, it's just, yeah, it works its way up till the final one standing, assuming all of you fight. If you don't fight, you lag behind. You're getting RP, obviously, right now the way you're playing, but you're not really learning anything. You did end up winning it, we'll get to that part. But like on paper, you have very poor loot. In these 6 minutes, you could have looked for fights, taken a deeper position, but you ended up getting no value out of the time you put. Because everything you do is preparing for end game or for the final fight. Like if a team ups, you just fight the whole server, right? They're risking a lot, but they end up with all the loot they need at end game. And at a certain point, they don't even gain anything for fighting because A, there's a kill limit, and B, they have all the loot they could possibly need, and at that point they're just risking it for 0 gain. There's not much to say here. You guys were just inactive for 16 minutes, and you sort of got to win for free. Take a look at this one. Let's see, you said there were more choices, more aggression.
Yeah, this looks like a random game. No, it's not ranked.
Okay. Do you know about the pay to win skins, by the way?
Yeah, I heard something about it. Like you can just see better down the scope.
Yeah, there's a Peacekeeper skin. There's a lever shotgun. I'll just send you. I don't know the names. Lever shotgun Peacekeeper. There's the R99 skin with the. There's a tube on the left side, and then you have the laser gun wingman. Those are really good because it's such a big difference. They definitely give you a lot more vision. So really, all I can go by right now is like you're looting. It's slow. Like, I don't know if you notice it yourself. Like, if you compare yourself to when you watch me play, do you think you loot slow in comparison, or?
Very slow compared to you. I'm still trying to figure out like how much ammo to keep and all that.
Yeah, it's really down to feel. I carry too much ammo, so I should not be idle in this. Generally, as a rule of thumb, people say you want like 2 stacks of ammo of most guns. Wingman, you can get away with less. Some guns you spray more, you want more ammo. If you have a sniper, you want a lot of ammo because, you know, there's 16 in a stack and nobody carries them. Nobody carries sniper ammo, so you're gonna carry that amount of ammo for the whole game. But this is the way I usually... Why is it so zoomed in? So this is the way I usually think about it. Excuse the blurriness, by the way. You looted runoff, right? So okay. Ideally, when you take, let's say I drop runoff. I want a wingman. I want a PK or a mastiff, right? I know what I want, and I know what I want for it. I know I want the extended heavy mag. I know I want the skull piercer. I know I want the H card because that's my favorite site, or a digital thread. You want to map out a route. It's difficult when you have solo teammates, of course, but you want to map out a route where you never enter the same room more than once, unless you have to go back for something. I try to start here. I run here. I go in, I take this pill, walk around, up here. Same route over and over again, basically.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying. Like I said, time is important, right? You want to make the most out of your time. If you're spending all your time looting, you'll be late for everything. You miss the fights, you'll miss the rotations, you'll just be late.
Just make like a loadout and stick to it.
Exactly. Figure out a loadout you want. Find like a bunch of attachments. I might go, okay, all these attachments, I can get one of these guns. Like I can get an R9, I can get R3 or a Spitfire, you know, like I keep those things on me, I slap it on the gun when I find it. And I never walk the same room more than once. When I was watching you here, and this is just your looting in general, is you seem to keep just walking around this convoluted, like it can take you a good 30 seconds if not more, just walking around here. I like this. You're the first person I've VOD reviewed so far that actually opens the map and plans ahead. I just wanted to point out, if you had your ult right here, you would have screwed those guys over. And you could probably... I was about to say, you could lob one of those in. Yeah, so you understand you can do this, but all the people on Facebook that tell me, no, you can't do that.
I do it all the time.
So how many hours do you play a day?
It says like 900.
It says 900. How many do you play a day? You said since season 2. So that's... Do you play like 2 hours a day? 1 hour a day?
Yeah, I play when I can here and there. I've been laid off because of the coronavirus stuff, so more lately than ever.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I'll reiterate what I think is like your biggest flaws are, and we'll take it from there. You are slow in general, loot and decision making. I feel like your positional decision making was fast, but your like looting was slow. But if you want to speed up the looting, which you really should, you should try to figure out an idea of what you need or what you want.
Possibly make like a loadout list.
Yeah, if it helps you, absolutely do that. Yes, you should definitely do the Kovacs. Your aim isn't terrible, but it definitely could use a lot of improvement, especially at 900 hours. On top of this, you should also try to play pubs, not to win, but to like kill people. Like drop hot, just take a lot of fights and get used to the guns. If it's a lot of, if you feel like that's maybe too much, like you don't feel you can take on a whole squad, maybe start with the Kovacs. When you've done a whole routine, which is about like 50 minutes to an hour, you can half these down. Just do 2 minutes of every routine if you don't have the time, right? It will help you. So the thing that comes with decision making as well is, like, you can be the dumbest person in the world. If you can hit every bullet, like, you can make the worst decisions and you'll get out of it. If you can up the mechanics, you can make dumber decisions, or you can couple it with good decisions and you win like every game too. So
working on my movement and aim is gonna help a lot.
It's gonna help a lot. I didn't see that many fights in these VODs because you didn't go for them, which could be probably due to a lack of confidence, or it was a smart choice, of course. But I probably would have taken the fight even if it would have cost me my life.
The next session, you'll see more fighting.
What you also can do, what I was gonna get to, is if you lose a fight, try to like sort of think back and try to analyze, why did I lose the fight? You probably want to like write it down. Oh, I died because of this. You know, you have a notepad or whatever. You can look back and you can see, oh, my movement was bad. Oh, my positioning was bad. Oh, my aim was bad. And then you'll know what you need to improve on for the next time. Then when you head into the next play session, if that's the next day or whatever, you can just take a look at the list and remind yourself, I need to work on this. I need to focus on this. And then you can try to apply that in the next game.
Sounds good. I really appreciate the help.
I'm glad I could help.